Yay! Hey everybody. Okay, it still says zero people here, so I guess it'll just take a while to load up.
Okay.
All right, there we go. So, hey everybody. This is Amanda and Maria. We're just hanging out.
Hey.
Hey, we're just hanging out chatting. We had so much fun. I think we did it Monday we got questions, but we didn't know how to work Google Hangout yet, so we didn't even know that we got questions. So, yeah,
So
we're
if so if our viewers want to ask us questions, they just have to click on the chat on the side. Is that correct?
no, they will actually. It's below the chat, Maria. It's for you and I. The questions they ask, they'll see where they can put their comments on their page. Ours looks a little bit different. So, but I can see the questions and I'll get to all. I think only I can see it because I'm the administrator, so I'll get to all of it.
Okay,
So
perfect.
everybody feel free to ask questions and we will answer them. So thank you so much for joining us. We are having a blast. We've got a lot of people on with us, so thank you so much, everybody. Um, I guess I will start by talking about what is happening tonight, and then we can get into the juicy. Tonight is starting our first live course. It is our Manifest It Now course. It's a 5-week course. We meet once a week virtually, so we're going to be doing a Google Hangout, and if you can't join by computer or phone, we're going to have a live telephone link where you can listen in. And everything is recorded, so if you can't join us at the exact time, you get all the recordings so you can do it at your own speed. And the course is just telling you how to manifest it now, how to get in the vibration of what you want to see it happen in front of your very eyes. So we're really excited to share the information and knowledge that we have because we've learned a lot and we've both worked out systems that work for us and we want them to work for you too. So also to the people who are already joining us, I didn't really say this a lot, but there's an option to upgrade for additional support. Me and Maria, you can email us and we'll answer any questions that you have throughout the entire 5 weeks. So we'll be coaching you by email. So Maria, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm just really excited to start week 1 tonight. So I hope whoever's listening to this call, if this course is resonating with you and you're ready to step into that vibrational reality to manifest your dreams, join us. I mean, seriously, listen to your intuition on this one. You don't want to miss it. The tools and the things that we're going to be sharing with you throughout the 5 weeks will change your life. I mean, you will learn how to manifest daily and rapidly, because that's the point that Amanda and I are at. We've kind of worked with the laws of manifesting and, the laws of attraction in the universe, and we just want to share those things with you. So definitely excited for tonight and the 5 weeks.
Yes, yay. Thank you, Maria. Maria, do you want to tell everybody, where do you want to start, really? We had a few things that we wanted to hit. You were going to recap again how you manifested your soulmate, so do you want to share that for us?
Yeah, let's start there because, everybody loves the juicy stuff. So I manifested my soulmate 3.5 years ago. I was at this point in my life where I was dating a lot of men that they just, I don't know, they just weren't for me. It was very casual dating, it was a lot of hookups. It was a lot of fun. And I kind of got to this point where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to date anybody that is less than 99% the man that I want, because I'm wasting my time and I'm wasting my energy on these men that I don't see a future with, So I told myself that from this moment forward, I am going to manifest that man. So what I did was I wrote down all of the qualities that I wanted in that person. I mean, everything, anything from physical appearance to personality traits to, I even put on there that I wanted a long distance relationship, because that's where I was at that point in my life. And I thought, you know what? I would love to meet my soulmate, but I would love to grow at a distance right now. I put all these things, wrote them all down on a piece of paper, and then I ripped up each trait individually, and I put them in a little box, and I set this intention on the box. And I said, I don't know where this man's going to come from. I don't know when he's going to come. I don't know how he's going to come, but I just know that he's going to come. And I'm going to put my faith and trust in the universe that he's going to come. And so a couple months after I had done that, I met him, and he walked into my life, and I knew that it was him. I could tell by the energy. I looked at him, and I was just like, oh, yep, there he is. And we've been together ever since, and he was everything that I wrote in that box. I had lived in Chicago at the time. He had lived in New York, and so I got my long-distance relationship. I got everything. I mean, he was physically to a T what I had even described. Personality-wise, it was 100% everything that I wanted. And, another thing that I did leading up to that was I cleared out energy in my life to open it up for him. So I cleared out a place in my closet for him. Like, I cleared out a spot where he could put his shoes. I would even imagine him sleeping next to me in my bed, So it was just all about aligning yourself with that energy and that vibration of what it is that you want to attract. You have to open up life to allow that energy to come in. So there's my soulmate story. If anybody has any questions in regards to that, I would be happy to answer.
Yeah, and I love that. It looks like a lot of people are having trouble getting in, actually, so a little bit concerned about that. But anyway, nevertheless, yeah, it's Maria. What I love about that is that you use the word allow a lot, and I think that that kind of goes in line with what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about fear. So if you have a huge, huge goal that you're trying to manifest, it's it, what happens is, like, number one, you pick something, and then you get excited about it, and then inevitably that fear creeps in if it's something huge, because you're like, okay, how is this going to work? I don't think it's going to work. And then sometimes you get stuck on it. But I just want everyone to know that fear is absolutely a natural part of the process. Like, it doesn't mean that it's not supposed to be. It doesn't mean that it's way too far out of your reach. Like, and I don't want that to stop anyone. Fear is a completely, completely normal part of the process. Like, it's supposed to happen. It's just your brain not used to thinking of something that big. But what happens is, if you continue to focus on it, you continue to think it's going to happen, all of a sudden, like, you'll catch yourself in 3 weeks, you'll be thinking, okay, wait a minute, is that goal actually big enough? Like, I don't really know, because you actually believe that that is going to Maria, what I love about you is that you say you allowed it in. You're not pushing for something. You're just fixing your brain, and then you're sitting back and you're allowing it in. So thanks for sharing your story on that, Maria.
Yeah, it's about letting go. You have to let go and remain open to allow it to come in. So
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Maria, do you want to talk about another one of your favorite manifestation stories?
okay, well, I actually want to talk about a recent manifestation story. And
Ooh.
yeah, so this just happened. Okay, so I have been eyeing up this Michael Kors purse. I mean, I've been eyeing it up for maybe like 2 months now. And, Michael Kors, not a inexpensive brand by any means. And so this purse that I had my eyes on was $300. And I'm not one to really spend a lot of money on material objects. And so, I was just like, I don't know though, I really want this purse, but I couldn't fathom paying $300. So I just kind of was like, okay, universe, this is the purse that I want. Here, I'm giving it to you, let me know when that's mine, kind of thing. So I kept looking at the purse online. I even went into the store and looked at the color things, but I hadn't bought it yet. So anyways, I go into Macy's like a week ago, and I'm in the Michael Kors section looking at the purses. The price tag is still the same, $298. And the woman, she's like, well, if you come back on December 3rd, we're giving the family friends 25% off discount. And I'm like, well, I don't know where I'm going to be December 3rd. I was like, but that 25% off sounds really nice. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait. I'll just come back when it's 25% off. So anyways, walking around, still checking out the purse. And, the universe, I just hear the voice, and they're like, this purse is yours. Like, you can have this purse. Like, what are you waiting for, And so, what do you know? The lady comes back, and she's like, hey, I'm going to give you the 25% off now to save you a trip of coming back to Macy's. So I ended up getting my purse for $240, which I thought was awesome, and I was so happy. I was like, "Thank you, universe!" Like I just manifested that in front of my face, in the store. And she wasn't supposed to give me the discount, but what do you know? The universe was like, "Hey, here you go." So I got my purse.
That is so cool.
Really happy about it. Yeah, so that just happened last week.
That is so awesome. I love that. That's actually kind of what happened to a little bit something what happened to me for everyone. So I just and a lot of people who are signed up for our course know this because, or even people who are on my email list know this. I've been having a lot of trouble with emails. I've sent some duplicate emails. I even called one girl the wrong name just because of my email system, and she wrote me back and very sweet. She let me know she's an entrepreneur herself. So what happened is I was like, okay, everybody that's earning 7 figures in this business has this type of email system, and there's one that I absolutely love, and I was like, if I want to get to the 7 figure mark, I've got to play big. And the thing was, it was like thousands to sign up and then a monthly fee. And I was like, I just really don't feel like doing that because just a little bit of fear came up. And I was like, I just really don't feel like spending that on this email system when my list, not yet, it's not that big. I haven't even put out really any marketing but Instagram. So anyway, I just was like, okay, well, I definitely want to get it. And the same thing, I just kind of had it in my brain. It wasn't even in the forefront, Maria, like your purse, but I was just thinking about it in the back of my head. And then one day it was like, nope, like call now. You call to talk to them. And I called to talk to them, and through some magic, luckily, all those thousands of dollars and blah, 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 they had this one program because they just got funding. So they have this one program where it's like if you do X, Y, and Z to help them figure out something, you can get a reduced cost. And through all these random discounts, like I was able to get it for only $50. So instead of the 3,000, I got it for 50. So I still have to pay I still have to pay the monthly fee, but it's not. I didn't have to pay those thousands. So I say that to say, like, kind of always thinking about the next step, like whoever's where you want to be in the next step, like look at what they're doing and kind of copy it or think about how you can make it possible. So in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, they say, poor man says, I can't afford it. And the rich man says, how can I afford it? And even a lot of people have commented on my Instagram when I talk about this course coming up. Everybody will say, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. And I'm like, okay, well, number one, you probably do have that amount of money in your bank account. So number one, you need to just change your wording to say, I have different priorities, instead of I can't afford it. And then also, stop using money as an excuse. Like if you're not inspired to take the course, like change your thinking to be it's the power is within you. It's not you can't afford it or somebody's telling you something. Just say, hey, it's not speaking to me right now, or even like whatever. But if you do want to join or whatever you want to do that costs money, just change your thinking, change your wording to say, okay, how can I afford it? Or just be honest with yourself and say, okay, maybe this isn't it, but there's something else that I would love to purchase. So,
No,
yeah.
that's a really great comment, and I just want to say a little something on top of that because, it's like people are afraid to put money out. We're holding on to our money, we're gripping it as if it's not going to come back to us. And so that's why you have to have complete faith and trust in the universe because whatever you put out is going to come back to you, and you have to know that. So if you make a purchase to do our course, you're going to learn all these amazing tools, which is just going to help you to bring a lot more back into your life. You know what I mean? And so, if money is an issue, like you said, Amanda, I think it's good to not afford it, but just to say, okay, this isn't resonating with you right now. Because when we keep telling ourselves that we can't do things or we can't afford it or this or that, you stay in that vibration. It's all vibration, it's all mentality. And so you have to pull yourself out of that vibration if you really want to do things in life and be able to pay for things and afford things, So I just want to give that little tidbit there. But
Yeah, and it's like just going from powerlessness to where money's controlling your life to
mhm.
powerfulness, knowing that you're making the decisions. So everything that's happening in your life right now is a product of a decision that you've made. One of my friends told me that quote this morning. Like everything you're seeing is a product of the decisions that you've made. So you're in the driver's seat, and so never put money in the driver's seat. And also,
Right.
um, I hope no one just saw my unmanicured nails. We'll get that fixed. But anyway, like Maria said, like money is an energy, and I like to think of money as love in action. So really,
Absolutely.
put your money where your heart is. Like it's so funny. There might be something that is like, I mean, for me, I'm just super cheap. Like there's this new, since we're speaking about nails, this new gel nail kit thing that I want to get, and it's like $30, and I'm like, oh no, I refuse. But then if it's a dinner out with friends, it's like just $60, whatever. Like
Yeah.
because it's love in action. Like my money goes where my love is. So if it's a dinner out with friends, like it's just whatever, I don't care. But
Yes.
bills, I don't really care about so much. So when you let go of your money, think of it as love in action. So that'll help you, one, respect your money more, and then two, know that when you put love out, it just comes right back
It
to you.
just comes back in. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good. I was going to say something and then I forgot. Um, something about money and flow. Um, but yeah, it's important to give and just to be in the constant stream of flow, with money and everything. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, and always with like decisions about purchases and things like that, use
Mhm.
the quote that I always regram for myself. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So listen to your intuition. If it's not screaming at you like this is everything, I gotta do it, then it's probably just not for you. So trust that.
Right, right. And this is what I was going to say. When you're putting your money into things that you love, um, it's going to help you down the line too, if that makes sense. So, it's like money is what allows us to do the things that we want to do, So money is energy, and just by putting your money into something that you're passionate about, that might help you help X amount of people, So I always look at it like serving others. Money helps me so that I can reach and serve and touch and help other people. And so it's just all in how you look at money. But being in that infinite flow of abundance and in that stream is a very beautiful place to be. So, all right, I'm excited.
Yeah, and a coach that I had a while ago, she and I was going to share this quote on social media today, and I probably still will, but she said that I was taking a program of hers that was like a it was a beta program. She was launching a program, but she wanted to try it out with some people. So I had taken it, but it was like severely. I think it was going to be like maybe $5,000 or something, but I took it for a severely lower cost if she was still developing it, and um, it ended up went over the time. I went over the time that she really had allotted for us to work together, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry this is taking so long. And she was like, absolutely not. She was like, Amanda, if I am living in my purpose, I will be taken care of. And that was so beautiful. It's like,
Yeah.
don't ever and that's how I feel sometimes, like answering emails or answering DMs. Like, yes, I do charge by the hour, but I don't mind answering these questions for free, because if I am living in my purpose, the money will come. And for everybody else, you're living in your purpose, you're an artist, you're whatever, if you connect with that, the money will come.
Right. You have to trust that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So do we have any questions?
We do not. I think people are really still having a hard time getting in, because I see all these people have agreed that they're coming and they keep pressing agree. So I actually just changed the link on my profile to help some people get in. But uh, we do have a quote that somebody left for us, and it's by at do you underscore feel it underscore. A well cultivated mind is, so to speak, made up of all the minds of preceding ages. It is only one single mind which has been educated during all this time, and that's by Bernard de something that I cannot do. I'm not even going to try.
Nice. Very cool.
We do have someone that said, I'm in. Can you see me? Yes. And that's Danica. I don't know that I can see you, but if you have a question, you can type it right where you just messaged that to me. But let's answer the questions that we got yesterday, Maria. Or Monday, everybody was asking, how do you get into the workshop business? Because Maria was sharing that she, in April, I think it was, she had stopped working, and she said to herself, I never want to work at a job again. So she's been doing workshops, and she's been taken care of ever since then. So Maria, do you want to answer how to get into that business?
Yeah. So, as Amanda said, in the spring, I started my own business, and it's called The Blissful Experience. It's lightlovebliss.com. And, I'm a Reiki master and teacher. And so I've been certified to practice Reiki for actually over 2 years now. And I recently became a teacher. I was like, okay, I want to start doing work teaching other people about energy work and alternative healing. And I had this vision that I want to do workshops all over the country, even throughout the world, and not necessarily just Reiki workshops, but that I want to do speakings and seminars, and I want to touch and reach as many people as possible, because one of the things that I do is communicate with the spirit world as well. And so I do different channelings, and connections and channel deceased loved ones, and all of these beautiful, amazing things. And so, I had this vision, and I was like, okay, I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to trust in the universe, because I know that I have work to do. I know that I have people to touch, and I know that I have to help people heal themselves. And so, I just put my trust and faith in the universe, and I just started creating. And so I created the vision of what I wanted to do. So I saw my first Reiki teacher's workshop. I mean, I saw it in my third eye center. Like, I knew the location of where I wanted to do it. Um, I knew like how I was going to structure the workshop. And so all I had to do was literally rent the space, create a flyer, and market and promote it a little bit. I had put a small article in the paper in the town that I was in, and it was the universe's job to bring the people to my workshop. So I took the necessary action steps to create the workshop, you know, the location, the material that's going to be covered, these other little minor things that I could do, but it was really the universe who was going to guide those people to sign up for my workshop. And so by just putting the faith and trust in the universe, that's exactly what the universe did. And so I've actually now taught, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 workshops in the past couple months. And last weekend I actually teamed up with my friend who's a yoga teacher, and we did a restorative yoga Reiki energy healing workshop. So it was like a 2-hour yoga and Reiki, and we sold out. It was we had 23 people, and so I'm just always creating and thinking of you know, ways that I can reach people, and what can I do, and you know, how can I work with others who are doing or have the same visions, you know. And so that's where Amanda and I came together too on this vision, because we lined up, and that's just what's been happening, you know. So if you find people that you line up with, you know, you have faith in the universe, you take the necessary action steps that you need to do, but it's, I mean, it really comes down to faith and belief, you know. If you're going to step out of your current job and be an entrepreneur, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in the universe, period. Like, of course, those doubts and those fears are going to come in, but I mean, you have to believe in yourself 90% of the time, if not 99% of the time.
Yeah, something that I like that you said. I just saw a seminar, actually it was a Google Hangout with Gina Gabellini. She's someone who I follow, who I absolutely love. She's just wonderful. She says she did the same thing. She had a goal of like, she had this many people for her live events, and she wanted to double her goal the very next year. So she was like, okay, well then, of course she sat with it. She had a lot of fear, but when the time came, she was like, F it. I just have to, without even putting out marketing, she did the exact same thing you did, Maria. She rented out a space that was like tens of thousands of dollars. Like, it was going to be a lot more than she regularly had, but she just had faith, and she was like, nope, it's going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it did. I don't think she really ever circled back on that one, but I'm sure it did, because she was telling the story, so it had to be a success story. She was telling it.
Well, and that's it, you know. It's like when you make a decision to do something, the universe conspires to make it happen. Like, if you sit in a place where you can't decide, or you're stuck, or you're stagnant, or you don't know if you're going to go left or if you're going to go right, you're going to stay there. You're going to stay in that place of you know, stuck and whatever. But once you finally make a decision, that's when everything happens. Like, that's when the universe works with you. That's when things just line up and they unfold. You know, so yeah, like, I was like, okay, I'm doing this. I don't know where the people are going to come from. I don't know how it's actually going to happen, but you know what? I'm going to do this, and it's going to work, and I'm going to make it happen, and it has happened. And now I have people, just in a couple short months, inviting me to do workshops. So, you know, last week, a woman was like, hey, I want to replace you, or I want to replace the previous Reiki teacher that usually comes for workshops, and I want to replace her with you. You know, so like now people are inviting me into their space to do a workshop at their business, because they, you know, have connected with me, or like my energy, see what I have to offer, and you know, so now things are just kind of happening on their own, which is amazing.
That is
And
so amazing. That's a huge, huge success story. So that's huge. That's major. I love that so much.
mhm.
We have a comment from Robin who says, listening to you two is like having a conversation with friends.
With
Thank you,
who?
Robin. With friends.
Oh,
Thank you,
yay!
Robin. We are your friend, and we would love to see you again. This is so much fun. I want to do this
I
more
know.
often.
I know. We got to do this often. I saw Danica's comment where she said she totally found her tribe. So that's cool. Thank
Yes.
you, Danica.
Yeah, that was really, really sweet. Something that you said triggered something that I wanted to say. I don't really remember what it was. Oh well.
Okay.
Oh well.
Well, yeah, just kind of like you were saying, like you rent out that space for 10,000, people or whatever. And yeah, you don't have the people at the time and you don't know where they're going to come from, but you're setting yourself up for that. And so
Oh,
that's what's going to happen.
yeah, but you know what? I think I really did like what you said about decision making, and Maria knows this. There's been like a huge decision that I've been trying to make, and even for me, I think I just with you just saying that, Maria, it did make sense to me. Like, nope, just make the decision because I still get fright as well. Make the decision, and like you said, if you're not, you'll be stuck. And that's what I love. Like if you don't make a decision, you will be stuck right where you are. But when you do, things will start moving. So thanks, Maria.
Yeah, you're welcome. I feel like you can make the choice to not make a decision, but then nothing is really going to happen. So like by not making a decision, you're kind of making a decision that you're going to allow nothing to happen, pretty much.
Right. So
You know?
no matter what, you're in control, basically.
Right.
Like
Right.
you are
Absolutely.
totally in control.
Yeah,
Um,
so in talking about decision making, just want to throw this out there. Week 1 for our course, that we talk a lot about decision making. So tonight, like we're gonna get into the topics, on week 1. But it's about decision making. That's like the first step to manifesting. You have to decide. If you can't decide on what you want to manifest, how are you going to manifest something? You're not.
or like you said, you're going to manifest what you're
Nothing.
living right now. Yeah, exactly. You guys are powerful. You guys are powerful manifestors. Okay, we have one question and from Emily, and Emily says, "What is your favorite manifestation technique?" So, do you want to go first, Maria?
Okay. I'm gonna have to say my favorite manifestation technique is visualization. I'm huge into meditating, and so I meditate every day, maybe a couple times a day, and so I really have to visualize. Like I have to see what it is that I want to manifest in my third eye center. I have to, really like what does it look like, how does it feel, everything. Like I have to visualize. I can see it. It's like it's tangible, if that makes sense. So if I can see it and if I can feel it, it's like, okay, that's mine. I just don't know exactly when I'm going to get it or how, but it's mine because I can see it and feel it. So I would have to say visualization is really like my favorite. How about you, Amanda?
Um, and thank you for the question. My favorite is really, I would have to say, just writing it down, as me and Maria talked about on Monday. We both have a process where if we don't feel like working hard to get something, we'll do what we want. We'll do what is necessary. But what I do is just write it down, and then the universe handles it for me. And I've shared a lot of wonderful stories about me manifesting like a girl not going on vacation because I kind of wanted a little bit of space. But my favorite process really is that if I get stuck on something, like just this morning, I was like, okay, I want to manifest this, but I'm really, really stuck. I'm really, really stuck. And you can always feel when your energy is stuck. And when your energy is stuck, what happens is you're holding it you're holding it. Like whatever you see, you are literally holding it. However, if you're holding it with the vibration of I don't have it, I really want it, it's going to remain out there forever. So you need to get
Right.
away, get in a place where you can actually receive those vibrations. So, and if you play with this stuff for a while, you can always tell when you're stuck. So what I do when I know I'm stuck, I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm not going to manifest it. And for me, it just, the fear triples. Like I'm the one not manifesting it. But my favorite process to do when that happens is breaking it down to the essence of what I want. So if I wanted like this water bottle is my favorite water bottle in the world. Let's say I wanted that water bottle and there was only one in the country left. That raises so much fear because you're thinking someone's going to get it before me. What if I don't get it? And let's say it was not a water bottle. You're thinking, how am I going to pay for it? So all that fear, you break it down to the essence of what you want. So with this water bottle, I would say the essence is I want a water bottle that is really pretty that I love holding every single day. I want a water bottle that's simple and I can drink from it easily. I want a water bottle that is convenient and won't spill everywhere in my bag. And so basically, I
Yes.
just want a water bottle that I love and is like a part of me. So I would concentrate on that essence because what happens is one of two things. Either you're going to get that water bottle, it's going to be yours, or you're going to get a water bottle that has the exact functions that you want, but it might even have an additional function that you never thought of. Like, you can hook this onto your purse or whatever random function a water bottle could. It makes you lose weight automatically. So concentrate, write down the essence, focus on the essence because it's always 10 times easier to actually focus on an essence. Like
Yes. Yes.
focusing on the thing.
I gotta cut you off because this happened today, and I'm just so happy that you just talked about this. Okay, so my girlfriend, she signed up for our course tonight, and she calls me today, and she's like, Maria, I, I'm having a little trouble deciding on what I want to manifest for this course. And for her, she really is trying to manifest a new job, and so I'm like, okay, I'm like, look, you don't focus on the company that you want to work for or, those things. I was like, you need to focus on, okay, what do you want to do every day? Do you want to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5? Do you want to have a job from home? Like, what do you want to wear to work? What skills do you want to use at this job? Do you want it to be somewhere that's close to home or a little commute? So like kind of structuring the whole essence of, like you said, Amanda, the whole essence of that job. Like, don't focus on like like exactly, the company or the place maybe necessarily if you don't know what that job is. Just kind of focus on, what type of job do I want to have? Where can I see myself? What kind of money do I make there? So then you have this picture of the exact job that you want, and then all of a sudden the opportunity comes up, and it's this company that maybe you never even heard of before, but it's exactly to the T what you have created or been wanting to create for a job for yourself. So yeah, just had that experience today, and I was like, look, this is what you got to focus on, like don't focus on the brand necessarily, like don't focus on the brand of the water bottle, but just focus on like what that water bottle looks like, how does it feel, what features does it have,
Yeah, and if you really want some type of brand, like let's say you want, like Maria, you wanted your bag, let's say like you want a Chanel purse and you want these different qualities, like you can even throw in like I want a high end. Just break it down, like
Yeah.
continue to break it down. Like, don't say
Yep.
Chanel, say high end.
Right.
Continue to break it down till it's the exact essence. And
Yes.
um, y'all know I always talk about like go big or go home. Go big. It's like it's almost like you have to write it in. Go big, feel the fear, but keep
Mm-hmm.
on going until you manifest it. So,
Absolutely. Cool. All right. Well, we don't want to give away too many secrets to the
right.
course.
You are so right. And it's like 40 minutes in, so
Yeah.
I know we like to stay at 30 minutes. So I guess in closing, I want to say we have had so much fun today and Monday, and our course is two-night Manifest It Now course. It's going to be, I think the biggest benefit is that you are going to have a tribe with you that is, and I love that she said that word, and that's actually a word that like people, who was that, Danica that said that word, and people like use that in this business. So I think we're going to call it the Manifest It Now tribe. So
All right.
the Manifest It Now tribe, you're going to be, it's not just going to be us talking at you. We are going to have a Facebook for just the people in Manifest It Now course. So you're going to be feeding off of each other, asking questions. Like, you will have a tribe, and it's going to be pretty amazing. So there's
Yes.
nothing like support from people who are going through something with you, for the purpose of a goal. So join us. The link to sign up, I will put it in my bio. But if it's not, just go to spirituallydope.com and you can click on Shop Solutions, and it's right there, Manifest It Now course. So thank you all so much. This has been wonderful. Maria, any closing remarks?
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you for everybody that tuned in and listened to us. And I hope that, we were able to help you in some way or inspire you or enlighten you.
Oh, hey, Maria, we have one question. Um,
Oh, okay.
we have one question. I want to make sure I get it, because we, from Kelly, who says, "How do you feel about astrology and what it says about you versus what you say about yourself?"
Okay. So astrology, I guess this is kind of my area, not completely my area of expertise, but I'm I'm a spiritual guide. Like I said, I communicate, with the angelic realm. And so I'm a firm believer in astrology, and I follow astrology as well, and the alignment of the planets and all of those things. But it's, I feel that astrology was created as just a tool, as just a guide for us, but not necessarily who we are per se. So I'm a Leo, Amanda's a Leo, and there's these Leo qualities that resonate with me, but there are some that don't resonate with who I am. And so I just kind of use astrology as a tool, but not really reading into it too much. I hope that kind of answers the question.
Yeah, that, and Kelly, for me, how do I feel about astrology? I do follow it pretty tough, and I'm actually still like thinking of my answer to that. But what's made me feel really good is to know that it's not always just about your sun sign. Like, I'm not a Leo, and that's just who I am. Like, there's so many different planets and so many different houses that
Hmm.
could make up the science of you. And what I love is that I don't know all that science, so I'm not going to choose to believe things that I don't know. I'm just going to, like, go for what I want, and not, like, what's helped me is thinking that there probably could be some conjuncting planet that I just don't know yet, that's going to make me just the best person in the entire world. I don't know. So, yeah, like Maria said, it's a tool, and I use it to see what's going on in the world, but that's it. It doesn't really stop me from anything.
Yeah,
So that's it.
absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you, Kelly. It's so sad we keep getting people that join, but we're gonna have to go. So for the viewers,
Oh,
I know that for the viewers that are on right now, thank
yeah,
you.
sorry.
But the replay for this will be on my YouTube page. Just look for Spiritually Dope in YouTube, so you can see the beginning of it whenever you get to it. So that's it. Let me make sure I don't have questions on the phone. Um, nope, nope. I think we're all good. All right.
No.
Well, everyone, see you later. Bye bye.
Bye, thank you.